Greetings. Welcome to TheQueenElle LLC. This is Queen Elle. Thank you so much for joining me today. So this is the first weekly astrology update of May of 2023. So we will cover May 1st through May 7th, and I will talk about the different aspects that are taking place out in our solar system and the energy that will affect us, as well as what I would consider the most lucky days of the first week of May, and then some of the more challenging days. So stay tuned. Now, on May 1st, we hit the ground running. So we had some, just the end of April, the last few days were some great days for manifestation and for putting some plans into motion. Now, May 1st, so first we have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, which starts May 1st. So if you have not seen my Pluto retrograde video, I will link that above so you can check that out. It's essentially all about reflecting on the past 6 months or so and what areas of our life need to be tweaked and need to be released so that we can receive the renewal that is awaiting us in our lives. Okay, now what else is going on? We have the moon is trine Uranus, as well as sextile Mars. So that's some great energy to feel inspired to be innovative with our plans. I consider actually these first couple of days of the first week of May to be some lucky days. So we have also the sun, which is conjunct Mercury, so that's where energies are blending together. And if you're a bit confused by these aspects, words that I'm using, trine, conjunct, etc., then I will link my planetary aspects video up above, and it discusses the major and what's considered the minor planetary aspects, or just where they are in relation to each other and how those energies blend or clash with each other. So again, May 1st through 2nd, those are what are considered lucky days to me for this first week of May. Essentially it means to use your voice and advocate for yourself, especially because we are going through Mercury retrograde until May 14th. So along with Mars being sextile Uranus, the moon being sextile Mars, the moon trine Uranus, it just basically means to take action when inspiration strikes. If you think of an idea, go for it. Those are some really lucky days to just go for it. Now, we don't have anything major taking place on May 3rd. We do have, let's see, on May 2nd, by the way, the moon enters the sign of Libra. So there's a good balance going on there. But May 3rd, we do have the moon square Mars. So the action time, I would say definitely May 1st through 2nd. May 3rd, just halt, kind of put a pause on it. If you're not able to take the action that you want to take on May 1st and 2nd, I would recommend not taking the action on May 3rd because we're getting ready to enter in what could be seen as challenging time depending on what moves you need to make. Okay, so now May 4th. Now in some ways I consider May 4th through 5th lucky days, but in other areas of your life, May 5th could be more of a challenge. So what do I mean by that? May 4th through 5th, we have Venus sextile Jupiter. So that's super lucky energy with regard to love, the things that we enjoy, the things that matter to us. Luck and abundance will take place around love. Now, Venus is square Neptune, so don't be complacent about those things because things will come a bit easily to you. Don't procrastinate. Don't kind of sit on those things that come up. Just do, okay? And also the moon will be opposite Jupiter between the 4th and 5th. That's very great manifestation time. Great for any magic, any spell work, any of those manifestation practices that you do. Now, be mindful and discerning. Don't fall victim to any scammers or leeches, any energy leeches trying to suck up and soak up your goodness and your light. Just be leery of that while you're doing this manifestation work. And that goes back to what I was saying about this day being a very beneficial and lucky day in one sense, but also being a potentially challenging day. So May 5th, with the moon being opposite Mercury and the sun and Uranus, which will be on the 6th, protect your peace. Do more grounding work, introspective work, any solo activities such as making a mandala, drawing, painting, sunbathing. Take advantage of that time to do those things. Now, the great thing about this time is while you're doing that introspective grounding work and protecting your peace, May 6th, Ceres goes direct. So Ceres has been in retrograde for the past few months, or a little under 3 months. And Ceres represents our Earth Mother. Ceres is all about Earth Mother being there to nurture us, to nourish us in an emotional and spiritual capacity. So Ceres returning direct is great timing. The little one. It's great timing for, having that wellness check, to feel confident in taking the action that I mentioned, being inspired to move forward with your wellness journey, and also ask yourself, what are my next steps? How will the next chapter of my wellness journey look? How am I evolving? So that falls in line with the Pluto retrograde ideas that I mentioned as well. So that's it. Now, May 7th, we do have the moon square Saturn. Saturn's all about our purpose. So there may be a bit of a clash there. Let me look ahead into the rest of next week. So May 7th moving into May 8th, there may be a bit of kind of like a lack of inspiration, a lack of motivation, and sometimes we need a day of rest. So I would recommend for May 7th to just take a beat and just to, make that a day of rest. That would be a great time for that. So that is all I have for this first week of May. I'm going to pull a few cards. Let's see. I have my Modern Witch tarot deck, so I've already shuffled. But I'm going to pull a few cards and see what Spirit has for us with regard to this first week of May. Okay, so we have 5 of Cups. This is that journey. This is about evolution. This is about not crying over spilled milk, not to dwell on the things that we are releasing. When we're releasing as a step in our shadow work, a step in our work to evolve and to elevate, we have to release the things that don't serve us. Don't look back. Do not turn back. Don't reflect on that. Reflect on what you need to do, what you need to tweak to move forward. But once you release those things and essentially let those things go, to be effective in the releasing and the letting it go, you can't look back. You can only look ahead. Okay? We have the High Priestess. And again, I said this is all about evolution. And it is. The High Priestess represents that heightened sense of awareness, that elevated consciousness. So to get to that level in this age of Aquarius that we're in, with that Pluto entering the age of Aquarius, this is the time. It's the time to do the work, do what it takes so that we can get to that level. Okay. Now, let's see. I always check with Spirit to see if I should keep pulling, and I'm not. I'm going to go on and pull a card from my Energy Oracle deck. I have the World card. Interestingly, I pulled the World card from my Universal Rider Waite tarot deck that I used for my Pluto retrograde video. And was it the Pluto retrograde? Yes, I think that was for my Pluto retrograde video, and the World card came up. And this is all about those cycles in our life. It's all about the systems in our life. It's all about tearing down to rebuild so that we can evolve, so that we can move on in that circle of life, that cycle that we go through. It's all about forward movement and releasing and keeping it moving as we go. Okay, so I hope that this video has been helpful. I hope that you've been enjoying my weekly astrology videos, because they're so fun for me to do the research, take the notes, to speak on the energy that we can expect in upcoming weeks. So I will be in touch. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. Peace. Ashe.